What's happening, people? It's Torda G here. I've just found out today that YouTube has a new policy, the new copper policy, which stands for the Children's Online Privacy and Protection Act, which basically means that if you're a YouTube creator, whether like professional YouTube creator or and I use the term fairly loosely because I don't think a lot of YouTube creators go, oh yeah, we're professional creators. But like if you're doing this professionally in the sense of like this is your job, or doing it amateur like myself and a few others and some people like that, you now have to what's it called? You now have to tell YouTube if the videos you are uploading are for for like kids or not. And I'm assuming if not, then you have to obviously present age guidelines. But yes, like so. There are two ways you can do this. One is to go to the channel settings in the YouTube studio and go or channel settings, set my channel, go to I think what was it? Go to your videos. I think that's right, isn't it? No, is it videos or channels? So go to settings, channel, and then go to channel and say, my channel is a kid-friendly channel. Bang, done. Then all your videos will be assisted as kid-friendly. And then the second way to do this is obviously say no, and then have to make age guidelines for every single video you make. And or go on a video by video basis of going, this video is appropriate. In order to do that, you have to go to your videos in the thing, tap the edit symbol, which looks like a pen, obviously. Go to setting when you've gotten to the edit section. Go to the settings or a settings tab in the edit menu of your mobile. And then select from there, going down to the yes, this is appropriate for children, or not. This video isn't meant for kids. Or from the desktop, go to your desktop and go to channel and settings channel, and then click the mass on channel thing. Or go to edit in the videos tab of your deal. Videos tab of your videos, obviously, and then edit the selected videos accordingly to whether or not they're child friendly, I guess, or appropriate for kids. That's all well and good, and don't get me wrong, this is probably going to be a long one, I can imagine. Don't get me wrong, that's going to be, you should totally look after your kids, right? Always make sure that what your kids are watching is safe and pleasant, and, just make sure that they're not freaked out by what they see, and just make sure that it's obviously appropriate. Here's the thing. The thing of going copper and going age appropriation or audience appropriation is quite a broad thing to do, because if you think about it, kids have thicker skin than I'm sure a lot of people give them credit for. And also with the way the world is, these days, kids can get access to almost anything quite fast and quite easily, whether or not whether or not they can mentally handle it or not, like quite easily. Obviously, and that can be that in itself is a bigger issue than just going, well, we now have to tell YouTube if this is the way or not. Them ones there, like whether or not this is appropriate or not. Like, we can say that. We can say, oh, we think our videos are more than appropriate for children. In the long haul, generally, they're not, like, really aggressive. They're not this, they're not that. They're just how people naturally are. And, like, again, kids have thicker skins. So it's going to be a bigger thing than just if it like once we've made our video and gone, that's okay for children. If we think as creators this is okay for kids to watch, then, and obviously say so, we wouldn't set that as so, or think that like we wouldn't like give people warning or anything like that. We wouldn't do nothing to help make sure that everyone, the people who are watching our videos are having a pleasant experience and are comfortable. Because obviously there are some people who know, like I don't know what my age, the age demographic of my 68 subscribers are, you know. But I'm sure there are people like, you know, Jacksepticeye and Daz Games who know, even though most of these people are like, most of their subscribers are over 18 or over a certain age, they also know that there are quite a few kids who watch their videos, and they, you know, obviously they want to make sure that everyone's enjoying themselves and not, you know, freaked out or anything by what they see. So they, you know, obviously they want to put in their own things. But if we think, obviously, and everyone of course I'm sure will take responsibility, like to make sure that their videos are generally appropriate for who they're for their audience. But if we did this and put it all out there and said like, okay, we've published the video, we've said yes, this is available for children to watch, this is okay, we think so, because we know in our heads like children are harder and also the way of the world these days, as stated before. If then, right, that's our bit, that we've done our bit, and of course we will continue to do our bit to make sure that everyone that watches our videos is going to be, you know, comfortable in that. But if there's a video that goes, okay, if somebody's son or somebody's daughter will then watch one of our videos and then I say, because I can swear quite a bit in my videos, and for that, you know, I try not to. But it is a bit. It is harder when you're, you know, that's how you speak. Like, I don't mean like, oh, I swear and I don't care, but like, you know, when you naturally just, it all just comes flowing out, and that's natural flow, and then you're like, oh yeah, okay, you know. Obviously, I try not to if I can help it, but it can be quite difficult because, you know, natural flow of. But I always try my best. But yeah, once we've done that, say we've done that, then everything else is on, obviously, the parents. And I'm sure there are parents, of course, that, you know, again, Daz Blackmore is, you know, a parent himself, and he's obviously making sure that his daughter, when she grew up, was like, okay, protect the iPad, protected, filtered, everything, like, so it's like we know what's going on, she knows what's going on, everyone knows what's going on. My, you know, daughter's not allowed on the thing, you know, my son's not allowed on the iPad or the computer when I'm not home or whatever, because that's the way, you know. Like, it's up to the parent to then say, well, I'm going to make sure that you as well are looked after safely on the computer, generally. So then it's like, well, this is cool, this is fine, that's fine, that's fine, and that's fine, but that's not fine, you know? So it's always up to the parents' discretion to say what they feel is appropriate for the children. Outside of that, obviously, you know, like, children have friends who can like look at videos that might not, you know, peer groups might have a look at generally, and, you know, may not be the best for them, but that's, you know, all kids do that. All kids, you know, look at stuff that, you know, might not be supposed to. Everyone's growing up and gone, oh, look at this video, and like, oh, look at that video, and oh, look at this video, right? And like, that'll happen in peer groups and whatever, any situation. There's always a situation where basically, like, life takes over and we can't always, you know, obviously we try and do it as much as we can, but we can't always say to our kids, you can't, you know, or we can't always, not say to our kids, but we can't always control every single video or bit of media, every single inch. We can do as much as we can, of course, but not everything to the nth degree that we obviously would like to, you know. And there's also a bit of times where you've got to let your, you know, children fly a bit, otherwise you'll, you know, cause them problems in their own development and just their, you know, whatever. Like, there's bigger things if you make a big thing over it, you know, that can cause bigger problems. And but that's what I'm saying. Like, this thing of going, like, this children's Online Privacy and Protection Act. Like, we can obviously do our bit as creators, but YouTube and that lot, like generally, what is expected from us to help on our end, that's also a bigger thing in general. You know, that's a bigger thing in general than just bish bash bosh. You've told us this, that, and the other about the video, so that's what we're going with. Peace out and good luck. But yeah, it's a bigger thing than just mark the video as safe or not for children. You know. So obviously, I will always make sure that, like, if I don't think, okay, this is not appropriate, or this isn't okay, I wouldn't do it. But yeah, it's a bigger thing than just YouTube going, tell us if the video is safe or not for the audience, for children. Yeah, it's a bigger thing than just that. So yeah, so I hope it's not going to be a massive thing where it becomes like, where it gets bigger and bigger and bigger. But yeah, it's usually a bigger thing than just that. You know what I mean? But yeah, so that's happening. So yeah, it's not actually as, I can see why it would be an inconvenience initially, because you're like, okay, I now have to worry about this, that, and the other. But I'm sure if you know what you're doing with when you're making a video, then it shouldn't be a problem. But yes, YouTube, it isn't just, you know, and I'm sure everyone loves YouTube, loves being able to use YouTube. But yes, it's a bigger thing than just, like we said, this, and this. But yeah, sorry if I was a bit rambly, but I just wanted to get that out there and make people aware that now, if you're an amateur or professional creator, I'm sure if you're doing this professionally, academically as work, then you know. But especially if you're an amateur YouTuber trying to get up there a little bit, you know, like, obviously we now have to try and make sure that our videos are on point, you know. But anyway, yeah, peace out, people.